छाया आसमान देखो झूमता गगन है छाया आसमान देखो झूमता गगन
Hello, 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 hello. Is there anybody out there? This is G. It is Saturday night, November 15th, and we got to burn some cedar. We're going to start this off looking at charts, doing readings. We are live in the star room. Hopefully you're all doing well. Here we go. We're going to set the tone. Yes. And we'll take a look at some charts and see how y'all are. Oh, you know what? There was a quick change I got to mention with the StreamYard stuff. So I don't know if I can... You guys are going to have to give me some feedback. Let me see if I can find... Is there anybody here? It says there's somebody here. Let me see the comments. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? And I don't know how this is going to work with charts. I don't know if you're seeing two. Yeah, it's supposed to create a format where you can see a vertical, but also I don't want you to not be able to see the charts. I mean, unless you don't want to see the charts, then it's great, right? But if you're into seeing the charts and you want to see it and you can't see it, that's a problem. So let me know, and then I'll make some changes, okay? I'll do whatever. This is an experiment, by the way. So bear with me. Like I said, they just made this change, so I'm working with it. All right. All righty. So we see teamwork is here. What's going on, teamwork? And then we've got magically intuitive. Donna Marie. Hello, hello, hello. Donna Marie, you got the date? You got that special date in January? We're going to be, and I need a channel name. I need whatever details you can give us here. We're going to do like a special little collaboration type of thing. Yep. Predictions for 2026 is going to be wild. And we kind of already have a little flavor of the wildness, don't we? We kind of have, we're like, oh, is that how it's going to be wild? Wild on a whole nother level, right? Well, maybe for some people, but yeah, for some it's just business as usual, I guess. Christy's here. Stacy's here. What's going on, Stacy? How are you? And thank you for all you do. And Christy, how are you? She's saying hello to the starlings. All right. So the way we do this, if you're here, if you're in the chat, you can get your chart read. If you've never had it done before, birth time, birth date, birth city, birth state. That's how it works. You don't have to put your digits into the chat. If you're uncomfortable, you can go to the email that is right below in the details under the live stream. Okay. So you can hear me. Thank you. I always forget to check if anybody's... There's a response. I see this 2-link thing. I hear teamwork. I see what you're saying. I don't know. I think one is like if you want to watch it like that. Everyone, does this mean you're all watching it vertically? Oh, I'm just understanding something here on my end. Okay. Okay, so does that mean you're not able to, how about this? Because this is where it's going to get funky. And again, maybe you don't want to see a chart, but for people who want to see a chart, this would be a problem if, let me share my screen real quick. We're just going to do a quick test run. No, we can't do that one. All right, let me get a different chart up here. That's one of my readings. Let me get that going. My bad. Let's get a different thing up here. How about And then we're going to get to the readings, all right? So let's just hold on a second. We got to make sure we're working and functioning. Let's try this. Yeah, you see how that looks, right? So, okay, so you can see it on the vertical. Okay. But what about people who want that big chart? Well, you guys like give me the feedback. You let me know what I got to do, or let me know that it sucks, that it doesn't work. And if it does work, great. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. We can make changes. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on your device. January 14th, Donna says, okay, so, all right, great. Let me get that thing off so this looks a little bit better. How do I get that freaking background? There we go. Okay. So, oh, they changed a lot of things, huh? Okay. So Donna Marie is January 14th. Thank you. And what is the name of the channel? Yeah, Donna, I have your chart. Donna Marie, yes, I do. So on January 14th, we're going to kind of do a little collaboration type thing. And I'll be giving out my predictions for all signs for 2026. Okay? That's January 14th. Put that in your calendar. Save the date. Do whatever you got to do. And what time is it at, Donna? Yeah, we should have that too. And we need the time zone and all that good stuff. We'll have more details as we go along. And I know she already sent it to me in an email, but yeah, I'm not there right now. So just giving you guys a heads up to mark those calendars. Okay, so the way this works, if you're new, if you're watching and you're thinking about, I'm here every Saturday night we do this. And it's first come, first serve. So you get in the queue, the chat is the queue. Many people in the chat say they're going to pass. They're not even waiting for a reading. Some people just like to chat. But typically, it's first come, first serve. So teamwork would be number 1. Everybody gets assigned a number. Magically intuitive would be number 2 because it's the next new name in the chat. Donna would be number 3. Remember your number. Stacy's number 4. Christy's number 5. You see how it goes? It's not rocket science. And sometimes folks, yeah. So Abatha, that makes you number 6. These are speed readings for people who want me to spend more time on their charts. They send a gift to the channel. Those who send a gift to the channel. Oh, look, Stacy's got a list. For those who send a gift to the channel, you gift me, I gift you back. Yeah. Okay, Stacy's passing. Looks like Magically Intuitive would have been number 2, unless she already said she's passing. All right. Christy's passing. Teamwork 1 is passing. I see what you did, Stacy. So is Magically Intuitive here? Magically, you were the next one in line. Yeah. Magically's like, I'm here. All right. So I see what you said, Donna. You said Pacific time, but what time? Because I honestly, if I could remember it, I would say it. Jess, I see you, Jess. What's going on, Jess? 5:30, she said. All right. So anyway, in your calendars on that date. Yeah. January 14th, 5:30. Yeah, around 5:30 or 6, but I think that is Pacific time. I might be saying that wrong. Is that what time zone is that? I know that's not my time zone. I'm in standard time. Yeah, it is Pacific. There we go. Yeah, so it'd be 5:30 Pacific time. 5:30 or 6, I think. I can't remember, but she said 5:30, so that's what it is. Do we have a channel name? Maybe the channel. There you go. E. Franks. Hey, how are you doing there, Frank? It's been a while. Well, we've missed you too, Jess. Hopefully all is well. Stacy said my phone died and everything just went crazy. God, talk about technology. My poor mom, her hearing aids, and oh my God. Her phone, her hearing aids, oh my God. Yeah, it's just been crazy. Donna says yes. Donna says yes, but notices and postings will go out. Okay, I'm just trying to give people a heads up. So we will have more information as time goes on. But one thing I do know, time's going to start just going like rocket ship fast. Absolutely. All right. So magically intuitive, you're up. Okay. I don't know how to change this. It like puts this gigantic ass banner. I'm like, whoa. All right. Let me go find magically intuitive's chart. Let's see what's going on. And I know we got you here, magically intuitive. Let me get to my. There it is. I got it. Look at that. Pretty quick. That's good. Thank God. Okay. So let me hide the yeah, I don't need to see that. Okay. Let's see if I can get your chart up in here on the screen so that you guys can see it. And maybe y'all don't want to see it. I don't know. I know there's a lot of folks who like to read the charts along with me. I know, did I see Lou S in the chat somewhere? I thought, yeah, Lou, what's going on, Lou? I see Lou S there. Donna said, yes, it's going, it's going to wild. Yeah, crazy. Yes, I'm sorry. I like skipped through some folks, didn't I, huh? I didn't even see Sinister Days. You know what? I completely scrolled to the bottom of the chat. I don't like YouTube's new layout. Okay, there should be two layouts. There should be the vertical and there should also be the horizontal. It was the only reason I agreed to this, unless we're talking about something else. So I'm just trying to figure out how you guys get to choose the other link. Someone said there's two links. So there should be a link for the vertical format and a link for the horizontal. The horizontal is the one we usually watch so that you can get a better view of the charts. Let me get this. Let me get this banner across here, out of there. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if that made a difference, if that's any better. Let me see if that helped. Oh, hell no, that's worse. The chart got smaller. I'm trying to pick it where it's better, or a little bit better anyway. I have to kind of see. So is this, yeah. Again, this is an experiment, folks, so bear with me. Okay, so I'm moving quickly here. Magically, what am I looking at? Is there something in particular? There are two chats. That's the problem too. What? Are you freaking kidding me? How? Okay. I wish I could see what you guys see. I'm trying to see what you guys are seeing, but it's like, I don't know. Let me see. Dude said there's two chats. I don't even, it's really weird. I'm not even, yeah. My experience with it is very different. I think like I used to be able to kind of see your guys' perspective and now I can't. Or something. I don't know what's going on. It's something strange. Oh, wait, now it's there. Yeah, I only see one as well. I'm thinking there might be a different experience depending upon Android and Apple users. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah, I only see one. Okay, thank you for reporting. Yeah, please keep reporting because this is all new, guys. And we'll tweak it, we'll change it, we'll make it better. Maybe you have to play around with it. I don't know. All right. So, did I get a response from Magically as to what I'm looking at next week? Okay. All right. So, Magically Intuitive, we're just going to take a quick look here. Yeah, you always got that really strong chart, that Mars square and Pluto. And I'm always like, it's always the first thing that just jumps right out at me is the Mars and the Pluto square. And they jumped out again. It was like bam. So right now, okay, yeah, here we are. You got the sun going through your seventh house. So this is deeply bonded energy. It's that Scorpio stuff. So it involves some of the past. And I'm just going to stick with this because this is kind of where it's been pushing me every time I'm looking at your chart. It takes me right to your Scorpio energy, your seventh house. Um, Venus is now in the Scorpio stuff too. So if I push this out a week for you, we're talking, yeah, we got Mercury and Venus becoming conjunct. Right. Which is fascinating, right? They get along, their communication, their siblings, so they understand each other, especially when they're both in the same sign. And this will be interesting for you because the Venus is going to be connecting with your natal Mercury actually. Yeah, and when I say connecting, it can be uncomfortable energy. And so this has to do with values and desire energy, maybe love, possibly. There will be a communication. And it's, when we talk Venus, it's Venus at two ends here. So my desires and our desires, my values and our values. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Yeah. So we're talking, I'm trying to give you a date. Yeah. We're talking Tuesday, Wednesday. So this is this quincunx energy, uncomfortableness, and it could be some domestic stuff. But it might be, maybe if you're learning something, if you're working, it might have to do with work because it's in your second house, that the communication in your Mercury, it's your house of income and your desires and your values and how you receive your second house. So Venus being there, maybe it has something to do with finances for sure, but not only. There could be something with financials, but at the same time, we talk about our values and our desires and shared resources. So when this Venus is going through your sixth house, and that screams work, or at least daily routines. And work is usually part of folks' daily routines, right? So it might be some health stuff too, because that's part of that sixth house energy and connecting the dots. But at the same time, I also want you to see that on this day, on that Tuesday, Mercury is sitting at a 0 degree point in in Sagittarius. So what happens is usually 0 degrees is like a kickoff point. It's extreme energy, and we kind of talk about it like it's an initiation because it begins that energy. But it's a retrograding Mercury, so nothing's definite is what that means. It means, because we know Mercury's got to go all the way back to 20. We talked about this last week. It's got to go all the way back to 20. So Mercury's looking over, she's learning, she's gathering information. And this is important because the sun up in the sky in your seventh house of partnerships is getting closer to your Pluto. And Pluto's represents deep changes. So it's in the partnership energy. All right. And the sun being close to that means 2 days later, it's exact. It's exactly on your Pluto. These can be authority figures. These can be people of power. Someone who, it lights, when Pluto has this much power, there has to always be a caution with somebody abusing their power. So this can be professional partnerships and personal relationships for you. At the same time, Neptune will be kind of coming in as well, because Neptune's also sitting at the same degree as your Pluto, which can be beneficial. The Neptune energy can bring in, it can provide protection. It can provide some very idealistic energy, but at the same time, it can add to a little bit of confusion and some, like, okay, what exactly is going on? Because Neptune is behind closed doors energy. It's more of our subconscious. So when you're connecting the two subconscious parts in your chart, and when I say the two unconscious parts, the Neptune speaks of the past. Well, so does Pluto. The Neptune speaks of soul. So does Pluto. But the Pluto in Scorpio is those deep connections. And this is a trine between these two. So even though there might be some uncomfortableness with the quincunx energy I talked about, and values and loved and possibly work and shared space, you also have Neptune providing a beautiful trine with your Pluto, and the sun will be there. So possibly there could be a beneficial connection, whether it's professional or personal, coming through, and hopefully providing some support. I mean, isn't that what we like in relationships? Sorry, there's a whole lot of noise. I don't know what the hell's going on outside my door. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But I like this in general because Neptune's going to be there. And that Neptune being there can help kind of dampen a little bit of that really strong, intense, aggressive shit between Pluto and Mars. Neptune makes things slow down a little bit, and it chills them out a little bit, right? And it's more like, let's just see how it goes. Like, that's the Neptune flow. So with that said, let us know how that goes for you, because yeah, inquiring minds want to know. Okay. So let's move on. Donna Marie, you're up next. Because teamwork passed. Teamwork, we never look at your chart. Why not? It's okay. We can teamwork is so nice. Teamwork just comes and it's just like, I'm here, hello, and just, yeah. Donna, are you still here? Sometimes Donna has to, and Donna's a busy lady. Teamwork says, I want to see the charts. Teamwork, are you able to see the charts? Yeah, that's great. Let me know. Say, I want to see the charts. Excellent. Donna, you're up. Donna said, I'm here. I did send. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what we're looking at. Then we're going to get you on the screen. Yeah. Thank you for the feedback, Teamwork. If you can't see your chart or the charts, and if what I'm doing in this format is not appealing, let me know, and I will see what I can make some changes. I don't know if I can change midstream. Do you know what I'm saying? But I will see. Let me get the link for Donna, since she might want to have something to say. And for those who send money, yeah, you get to come on and we can have a rapport while I look at your chart. Yeah. So let me put that link there for Donna real quick. And then Donna can get in the studio if she wants. If not, that's fine. But let me get Donna's chart up here. And let's see what's going on. Gotta find her chart. There it is. That wasn't hard. Oh, shoot. I do have more than one Donna. Oh, there it is. First and last name. Okay. Yeah, there's like 3 Donnas, but only one Donna Marie. That's perfect. Okay, let me get this on here. Oh, Donna Marie is in the studio. Yay. Yeah, I don't know how this would work with more than one person. Like if you're looking at the vertical format, right? Let's get Donna up here. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Excellent. Very good. Awesome.
Well,
How's it
this
going?
is exciting. It's going good. We cannot wait to have you on the show. It just started, so it's actually called the Light Workers Lounge.
The Light Workers Lounge. Ooh, I like that.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. So you are one of our very first third guest. So and it's going to be, you can stream it off of your channel as well if you want.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So then your people can see. Yeah. So your people can see what is up and coming. So it's, it's going to be a very interactive session. We'll be asking questions and talking, and also with the people in the chat, that we can chat with the people as well.
Okay, awesome. So
yeah.
2026 predictions, YouTube channel is the Light Workers Lounge.
Yeah, and that's
okay.
But we'll get thumbnails up and
all that
pre-posted. Yeah, and Sarah and I will we'll get a chance to make arrangements, and we'll chat beforehand. So like probably in the next few weeks, if that works for you, we can arrange a time.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, actually, and I'll just remind me in the email, and then I'll tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll give you a hopefully
What
it
your
works for you
schedule's
guys.
like.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Awesome.
awesome.
Good stuff. All right. So what are we looking at in your chart?
So what is coming up and happening for me in the next little while? Now that we're starting to get heading into the new year,
Right.
this year is getting rid of all that no longer works.
Thank God, is there a lot?
Exactly.
Holy smokes.
But so glad to hear that government workers went back to work in November. That is excellent.
So for you guys too?
For us as well. Yeah. Get this,
I had a
October
feeling the
28th. Yeah.
Jupiter, yeah. That's why I said 2 dates, either the Saturn for sure, but when Jupiter
Yeah.
when it did its thing, when it started, it just happened, right? It was like bam.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, and then mind you, now they're trying to get the payroll and everything back up and going. So, it looks like your date of November 28th is absolutely dead on, because then paychecks are going to be rolling again.
Oh, you won't have paid. You won't actually see money until that time. Gotcha.
Yeah, or back to normal.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
a
that's when all the
normal paychecks.
restrictions.
Yeah,
Yeah. When all the slowdowns are gone. Okay. Well, hey, that's the
yeah,
astrology.
that's exactly.
That's
So it's
the
gonna say,
astrology.
yeah, it's like stuff.
Well, it's just knowing how to read.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I know
yeah.
that sounds really simplistic, but it's, what I'm saying? Some people read Greek, some people read whatever the hell. This is
Yeah,
just happens to be my language. Is this one,
exactly. And
That's
that's why
all.
we have translators, right? We have
Yeah,
interpreters.
absolutely. Absolutely. So for you though, now since you guys everything's back online for you guys for
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
um did you have something in particular you want me to check out though?
Oh, probably
Because that was
health.
really kind of
Yeah,
the big deal for you.
yeah,
Are you looking to see
yeah,
what am I getting rid of?
yeah. So I am now working at the tea house as well. So on Saturdays. So
Oh, good for you.
I'm
Yeah.
doing readings. So I am,
Yeah.
and I'm doing like the YouTube readings and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
some personal readings,
Yeah.
plus my full time work. So I've
You're
got nothing
busy.
but time, on my hands.
Well,
Yeah,
I would say that having Venus, if you see this chart, I don't know if you're looking at it, and if
yeah,
you don't, that's okay. I know the charts aren't for everybody, but you have Venus going through your 7th house of partnerships, and
yeah,
what's great about
yeah,
that is Venus in Scorpio. Venus is desires and values, and our shared values. So as
yeah,
Venus is going through the shared values and partnerships, this is nice for you.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
partnerships, it's not just personal, it's professional too. So you just described a whole lot of what you're doing, where you're not just doing the YouTube thing, but you're also working your regular job, and you're Saturday face to face with people doing readings.
Yeah, yeah,
That's beautiful.
and it's profound. Like
Are you surprised?
I really am. Actually, you said, "Oh no, like this is in your chart. You are meant to do this," and I'm like, I don't know, but yeah, it's surprising, but it's kind of like, yeah. When you read it, I was like, yeah, I kind of felt it, but now that I'm doing it, it's like, oh yeah, like now
Yeah.
everything you made makes absolute sense. Now it kind of just like it's the glove, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
right now you have the sun trining your Mercury. I'm sorry, this is a quincunx to your Mercury. You have the sun quincunxing the Mercury, but your Mercury's at 24 degrees. And so it's in Gemini energy, by the way. So this just talks about some uncomfortableness. And you just kind of described how you're really burning the oil at both ends, or burning the candle at both ends. But the sun gives us that recognition. It's like I'm on the stage and there's a spotlight, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
did you feel a little uncomfortable or at all going
Yeah, I don't like being
face-to-face
in the
stuff?
spotlight. Yeah, I don't like face to face. Like sometimes it's like I look at the cup and there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, spirit, you got to start talking to me and start giving me because they're looking at me like, well, I'm here for my reading.
Right.
And so I'm like, there's nothing in your cup. You got nothing. Yeah, no future, no nothing. But
Your cup's
I think
empty.
get kind of nervous when you say that. So
Yeah, people don't want
So
you joking with them at those points.
no, exactly, and they kind of freak out. But it's like it just feels comfortable. But I'm uncomfortable in the spotlight. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm uncomfortable in front of the
yeah,
camera. Like, I feel real, like I lose my words. Um,
yeah. I think that's just over time. I think
yeah,
that's, something that it just takes some getting acclimated to it. And your Gemini energy's really good at that.
yeah,
It's really good at switching gears. Do you know what I'm saying? It's really good at,
yeah,
at literally working both sides of the brain. So when you say that you've got, sometimes you can look in that cup and there's nothing there. And for people who don't know, where you're working out of, it's a tea house or something like that, right?
yeah, yeah. So it's a tea leaf reading.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and
But
it's
it's not
lovely.
just somebody
Yeah,
walks in and they want a tea read like it's literally a tea house. Like they're selling
yeah,
teas where people are
yeah.
drinking them. Like so it's and I thought, wow, what a great idea.
It's like in this place, it's when you walk in, you feel like you're at grandma's house.
Yeah,
And
that's oh
then,
my God, that's what I
yeah,
would want. Absolutely. It's
yeah,
gonna
so
be
you're
a joy to work
having,
there.
yeah, you have tea, and then while you're having your tea, you put in your lunch order or your breakfast order. And then while you're having your tea, then the reader comes up. There's a couple of us. There's three altogether, and one of them is she's been there for over 40 years.
Yeah. How cool.
She's fantastic, and then there's the other two of us, and you go from table to table. You kind of get to meet everybody, and people ask, like, they book the reading, they reserve it, so then you read for them, and then after their lunch comes, so it's a full
Wow. It's a full
entertainment for
experience.
lunch. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
people come for
They're feeding
birthdays.
their
Yeah,
body, their mind, their spirit, their soul. They're getting it all there.
yeah,
I
and
love
yeah, and and it's for all ages. It doesn't matter, male, female, whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody comes
Yeah.
in, and it's like you walk in, and it's like I'm at grandma's house, and
Nice.
it's got stained glass windows, and
Mhm.
it's beautiful. It's an old house, and you go in, and it's like you're sitting at grandma's house, and
Wow.
and it's very warm. So yeah,
Wow.
so
That sounds
I'm
I would love.
yeah, yeah, and I felt blessed being able to be there and do readings out of there.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
So
Yeah, it's a lot of you have Jupiter. You have Jupiter right now in your fourth house of home and family and history and vibe energy, tribe energy, connecting with people from the past.
yeah,
So it's for you, literally, it's connecting with the past, but connecting at the root level, but also talking about because Jupiter is very much about the future, right? And
yeah,
so you're combining, at least right now, you've got this energy where it's that combination. So it's really nice. And it should work beautifully because you have stuff in Scorpio like at 25 like so Jupiter right now is trying that in a really beautiful way for you. There's a nice strong connection. And publishing is Jupiter as well, right? And so
right,
connecting with the public is that Cancer energy. And so with that connection there, and then you also having a lot of Cancer in your third house, which is social media, but is also your local community online and where you live. You follow? So
yeah,
you have a lot of yeah, it's just like I said before. You you have you have a lot here that's like, yeah, this is a really good idea. I would definitely move forward with this. And so I'm kind of repeating the same thing, but having the Venus go through your seventh house, Venus likes to bring gifts. She wants things to be lovely and harmonious and beautiful. So having Venus especially coming up like in the next week or two, she'll be touching in with your own Neptune. So I would expect some larger intuition and information to come through for you because that's the kind of work that you do. But
right,
sensitivities and just connecting in with the other side for sure. And you also have Pallas Athena there with the Juno. So partnerships is a big deal. And I got to say it, and I know I've said it before to you, but connecting with people where they're connecting with you as well
hmm
because there's this soulful connection with Scorpio energy. There's just like an energetic bond there. So there's a theme that's going on with the astrology for like right now and going into 2026 where we're making those connections, but we're also kind of closing out on those connections that we're not moving forward with, like that soul
Yeah.
energy type of stuff. So I feel like for you and for the people who get readings from you during this timeline, for sure, it's beneficial for you as well.
Yes. Yeah. It's
Hmm.
it's crazy how spirit's been talking, and it's like, okay, go ahead, talk away, just
Yeah.
stop waking me up, because it's like if I know I have a reading for somebody the next day in the morning, literally I start getting messages for them
Oh, yeah.
throughout the night, and
Yeah.
it's their
Yeah.
it's their ancestors. They're coming in and they're talking, and I'm like, okay, just
Yeah.
let me write this down and let me go back to sleep.
Oh, well, you're a trooper because I had such strict rules. No one there's no disturbing me while I'm sleeping. Damn it, like that was like my number one rule. So,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
yeah, because I just hell no. Like I mean, I had my fun with it for a little bit of time, and then I realized no, I need to sleep. Damn it, like I can't do this.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
just had to
it's
draw that.
ones that are urgent that they need to get this message,
Oh
and
no, I get
it's
it. Yeah, as long as
yeah,
you know your parameters and what you can handle and
yeah,
what your boundaries are, like that's your thing, and
yeah, because
yeah,
they'll come in and say this really needs to be told.
yeah.
So I was thinking of that I was going to retire early because of with the
Right.
strike and everything else, but now I'm thinking I should be staying another 4 years. I just did the finances, and it's like, okay, another 4 years minimum. So I'll just keep doing both jobs for now, and or three going for a while,
Yeah,
and and just keep doing this, and then just get my name out there until I'm retired.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The one thing I'm going to add, the Gemini energy really is the multitasker. So this is multiple avenues of income coming in. So having the
Yeah.
multiple things going on, you're equipped for it. You can do it. You may just, may do some tweaking and refining as to how
Yeah,
to
and
make it
that's
better for you.
see, you said that, and that's what I just started doing today. Today I was like, okay, I'm going to set my days that I am doing readings and doing certain things, and
Yep.
then I'm not available, because then I'm taking also down days that it's like, nope, this is
Absolutely. Down days have to be on that calendar. Absolutely.
yeah. And that
Yep.
was today where I just finally said, okay, now that I'm getting into a routine, these are
Good.
my set days. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah. And so
Yeah.
this is just all till like once you do that retirement thing and then you fully slide on over. Oh, wow. Right. Be like
Yeah.
rocket
Yeah.
time. Like
Yeah.
you will be ready to go full throttle. You'll be on the horse all by yourself and you'll be like, ooh, we're
Yeah. Exactly. But there was one thing I did want to ask you. Do you see any travel coming up for me? And also with the health and starting to take the time to get into routine for health wise.
okay. So let's see here. Health wise. I know when 2026 is going to come around, there's going to be actually, because we're having like a new kind of, we're kind of having like a new beginning in 2026, right? Even though
Yeah.
it's a new
Yeah.
year. So that's
Yeah.
normal, but this is different, right? And it's not the same beginning we had last year. This is going to be a different beginning. And,
Hmm.
and the air signs, um, are assisted by the fire energy. So as I'm looking at this, you don't have anything in the early degrees in your sixth house, but you do have. I'm looking at the Libra, but you do
Hmm.
have the Virgo energy. So the South Node here, maybe that's
Hmm.
probably maybe what you were looking at was that Pluto at 11 degrees in the South Node. It's going to touch that Pluto, which it will. You see that
Hmm.
right there? So let me give you a timeline on that. And that will be you initiating and because it's Pluto is subconscious.
Yeah.
So you'll be making changes within your day-to-day routines. And they definitely will be to um, enhance your health and well-being.
Hmm.
You'll be
Hmm.
deciding what no longer is working and what no longer is benefiting you. And
Yeah.
Virgo's very holistic.
Okay,
Very
perfect.
holistic.
Yeah.
Very much. And so I've seen a lot of folks this year who've had the same thing where it was the south node on top of the Pluto energy. And usually there's oh, I don't know, some large anxiety over that. But many times they've already made the changes. They've
Yeah.
already made the changes because it's this subconscious nudge that Pluto gives us, you know? So if anything, for when that time gets close, and so you're talking because it's Pluto, so we really kind of wait for Pluto to get close. So you're in December. Let me see the degrees of your Pluto. The degrees matter. 11 degrees, 49 minutes. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah. So we're saying like the second week of December, the third week of December. This is when this node will be really close to the Pluto energy in your sixth house.
Mhm.
So it's just as much about your day-to-day routines, but this says something you've never done before, something unconventional, because you've got an 11 degrees there. So there can be some surprises with it, but the 11 degrees can be an activity that did involve friends and group energy, or a new
Mhm.
activity that involves friends and a group activity, right? So maybe releasing an old one and starting a new one. And you've
Mhm.
kind of already described some of that to us. 11 degrees is
Mhm.
also
Yeah.
using the technology, believe it or not, right? It can also be solo, doing something for myself. I know it seems a little strange. I just said group, but it can also be being very independent, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Taking matters into my own hands and saying, well, I have to do this, whether I have a group of friends doing it with me or not. I have to go forward on this. So
Mhm.
the other thing with that 11 degrees is it also, it can be a little on the rebellious side.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
so if you don't have any present health concerns, right? Anytime people talk about health or questions about it, it's always this. I'm always going to give you guys the same answers, which is if you have concerns, make sure you're seeing your doctor and asking your doctor those things. But in
Mhm.
terms of the south node on top of that Pluto, it's changes that you're going to be making. And if I had to look at your Mercury, it's in your second house because your Mercury rules that Virgo energy. And that's, again, Gemini energy. So it's about what you value. Now, maybe when we think about food, because the second house is
Mhm.
Taurus energy and Venus, so food, maybe sweets, there just might be some things you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to indulge in this, or I'm going to change this, whatever it is. I'm
Yeah.
diminishing this, or deleting that, and I'm not going to, I won't be doing that any longer because your Mercury and your Venus are close to each other actually. And
Yeah.
you,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, and you do have a retrograding Venus. So maybe it's along those lines. Maybe it's just about you going really old school and just saying, "Hey, I am gonna use nature to heal me," type of stuff.
Oh, that means exercise and proper eating. Oh
Yeah,
God.
that is what that means. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's holistic Virgo. That's what that means. But with Virgo, she's not like doing weights and whatever, doing anything
Yeah.
extreme. She's more of walking and like
Mm.
yoga, like things that are not super intense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
moderation. Like my mom was a Virgo, and that was her mantra: moderation,
Moderation.
moderation, moderation.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And it's very practical, common sense kind of stuff.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And so it's incorporating that into the daily routine and not making it where it's like, oh, I'm on a, people will be like, oh, I'm on a diet, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it'd be like, no, this is my lifestyle change.
Yeah. And that's, yeah, just make it into, the, yeah, because that's what I was hoping, that I would start getting into that routine of, going for a walk every morning with the doggo, and just,
Absolutely.
yeah, and just starting to eat a healthier choices. And of course, in 3 weeks in December, that would be Christmas.
Well, I know, I know, I know,
Which
but
I
there's
mean, we're,
there's
yeah,
ways there's ways to maybe have our
yeah,
little indulgences, but have this alternative recipe.
exactly, yeah,
There's ways
yeah,
to do that. Um, and at this time, you're actually food and this is the sun up in the sky will actually be on your natal Sirius at this time. So what that means is grains. This is Sirius, which is how I like nurture myself.
Right. Yeah.
Sirius rules the grains. And so the sun puts a focus on that. And this is, again, this day in particular is like December 20th. So December 18th, 19th, 20th. So whether there's baking that goes on, I know here, like
Hmm.
that's big, people bake treats and whatnot and stuff for the holidays. But um, that will kind of be lit up at this time. So you may be making alternative choices and substituting things.
Yeah, we're actually going to be with the grandkids. We're actually going early. We're going to do a early Christmas with them and be back for Christmas week.
Well, this
So
would be the sun in your ninth house of travel. So I don't know how
yeah,
far you travel to see the grandkids, if it's a
yeah,
big
we have to
deal
take
or
a ferry and all that. So yeah, it's a bit of a
oh,
it's a
so it is
good
a
five
deal.
hour day travel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, the sun is going to be going through your ninth house, and so will Mars, and that definitely suggests travel and action
yeah.
because it's Mars up there. So
Okay.
that will suggest, yep, that would say that's what's going on now. In terms of, let me see if you have anything that's going to be okay. Well, that's nice. You have a lot in Earth, so that Mars will be nicely training a lot of things that will make things easily occur. And then, okay, and then the sun will be too. Okay, that's nice then.
Yeah,
That's nice. That should work out fine.
and that's perfect. Then I can do gingerbread cookies with my grandson.
Oh, yeah,
And
that would be
yeah,
great. Yeah.
yeah, mess up
Well,
their house this time.
yeah, right. Absolutely.
Why is everything all sticky?
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. But that sounds, yeah. Thank you. That
Yeah. And then,
was
of
wonderful.
course, you've
Yeah,
got Jupiter going through your fourth house. So, visiting family for sure. For
yeah. And getting
sure.
together with them. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, because family, Cancer energy is your family, and so Jupiter is traveling, and yep, it'll be a retrograding Jupiter, like it still is. Jupiter will be at
yeah,
22, and so yeah, this this will line up nicely, and it's also seeing people that you're close to, and Mercury's no longer in a retrograde; she's already cleared her shadow zone, so it's like all systems go.
yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to go smooth and easy.
It
So thank
should,
you.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you don't
yeah,
yeah, you're not traveling or trying to travel during the Mercury retrograde or during her shadow zone stuff. She's cleared
yeah,
all of that, and so, yeah, this I like.
yeah. That looks like it's going to be a good pre-Christmas, and
Yes.
do all that stuff, do the grandma stuff and all that,
Yeah.
and then come home and I can be a kid again with no responsibilities.
Oh, well, that is if
Okay.
that's how it works for you at home, that's great.
Yeah, 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 exactly. It's just my hubby and I, so it's like, oh, we have no responsibility, no kids, nobody, we just the two of us. So it's and the animals, of course, but yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And then it's like, yeah, we just take our time, sleep in, stay in our pajamas all day, just drink our coffee and
Right,
tea,
and
and
just chill because that was the thing I
yeah,
remember, yeah, working the 9 to 5 stuff, it's like holiday time, you're, like, just trying to recover, you know?
exactly,
Just
yeah.
trying to recover from regular life.
Exactly, and let them do the cooking when we're there on the weekend before, and
Hell
but
yeah.
it looks, and everything's on the chart, so that is like perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it looks really good, and your south node's gonna get touched on here, so that's nice because it touches on, like, your those like, what's important to you, the material and the tangible, but also, like you said, baking Christmas
yeah,
cookies because your south node, did I see that at 2 degrees? And that's so funny. 2 degrees, it's the Venus degree. Yeah, the sweets, the
yeah,
cookies, the fun, like,
yeah,
it's right there. So, I love that. And the South Node connects to the past. It connects to the history and your superpower. So
yeah,
you're gonna have a
yeah.
nice holiday.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes,
I really
you are
appreciate your
welcome.
time,
Yep.
and thanks to
Thank
everybody with
you.
their patience while they wait for theirs. Thank
Yes.
you. So we will touch base,
Okay,
and
great.
thank you so much.
You are welcome. Take
Okay,
care,
bye.
Donna.
You too.
All
I'll
right.
keep watching and checking
Oh,
out
great.
everyone else's chart. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Bye
bye
bye.
bye.
All righty. So, oh, the vertical is definitely not working. Hard to see the charts. Thank you for that, Christy. Um, That's right. She used all the different. I've changed from TV to iPhone to iPad. Now I'm on a desktop computer. I'm unable to change the layout on my end. Yeah, they were saying that there's two different links. One link will show you the vertical format. The other link will show you a horizontal format. I don't know where you get the two links from. I wish I knew more. But somebody said they saw the two links. So I don't know if that means you close out this. I'm not going to say because I don't know. But thank you for the feedback. I'll make sure that it does not, that we don't do this next time. Unless they give me a way to change it midstream. I have no clue about the two links. Me neither, because I don't see that on my end. I'm on Android. I don't see it on my end. I'm like, where are these two links people are talking about? Okay, here's Teamwork says you have to go to your channel and there are two links. Okay, so that would be go to the Allastrology's main channel page, right? I'm assuming that's what that means. It's showing up vertical on my TV and computer. I don't see any links. Okay, so you have to go. Teamwork, is that correct? They go to my channel page. Yeah, so that means you can close this live stream that you're watching right now, go to my YouTube channel, and apparently there's a vertical format and then there's the horizontal format. And you pick the format you like, the one that works for your phone. You follow, guys? So you want to close this out and then come on back if you're willing to do that. I'd appreciate it. And then, let us know for sure so that we can confirm that that works. But Teamwork was all on it already. Like Teamwork, you're like a little Wonder Woman, huh? All right. After Donna, Stacy, were you passing? I think you were passing. Then there's Christy. Was Christy passing? I have no idea who was passing. Yeah, it says Stacy passing, Christy passing, Teamwork pass, Abatha. Abatha's next. I think that's correct. I'm not sure. I was reading Stacy's thing. Oh, let me get that off the screen, guys. Yep, you have to go to my channel page. Once we get this figured out, oh, Frank said he got it. Yay. So it works. Awesome. Much better. Oh, thank you so much, Teamwork. You saved the show. Teamwork, you saved it. Thank you. The problem is the chat. Okay, so now the chat's a problem? It's a goddamn experiment. Hopefully they get their shit figured out. That's all I know. Oh, you know what? Oh, maybe I can manage that. Okay. But you still have two chats. Yeah, I guess there will be two because there will be a chat for the vertical and a chat for the horizontal. I guess that's what that means. Abatha says November 19th. Oh, okay, Abatha, let's get you on here then. Let me get your chart drawn up real quick here. Let's go take a look. She's got court soon. Let's see, Abatha, let's see how this court goes. Yeah, you should definitely. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's get this chart on the screen. Let's get that gone. Let me see if I got to change this around. How's that looking? Does that work? Uh-oh, I made a change. I might have to swipe it back. I'm just trying to see on my phone. I probably should have left it. Yeah, you would think StreamYard would allow me to maximize this. Oh, can I do that? What happens if I do that? Okay, let me try something real quick. I don't know if this is a good idea. Oops. Okay, that was not what I thought it was. All right, so here we go. Okay, so let's take a look, Abatha. All righty. So we're going to the 19th. Okay. So we got Wednesday. Oh, it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. This is the new moon. Holy moly, you have a new moon. Let me look for some details real quick to make sure. Okay, so you got some objects here at the 28 degrees, 29 degrees partnerships. You've got, part of abundance, 28 degrees of Scorpio. This is in your natal chart. So the new moon happens right on your part of abundance. That sounds wonderful. Okay, you also have Vesta's there, but what degree? You have Vesta at 26. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me see the Jupiter for you, the judges. Your 9th house. Oh, you got your Venus in the 9th house. Okay, we got Venus up on top. You see how Mercury's conjunct with the new moon, right? So it definitely brings in big information for you. Super, super personal. But this is establishing some long-term stuff. It's in your 10th house. Our 10th house is part of our goals, but also our security. And so the connection with Scorpio energy is shared money, shared values, even insurance money. So let's take another look here. Let me find. All right, so you're going to officially have Jupiter in your 5th. Let me see. Okay, your Hygeia is over there. Let's at the opposition of this. 25, Cancer, 25. You got Hercules at 26 over there. Okay. All right, so the information that's going to be coming through definitely marks a new beginning. And because your natal Mercury, I think, is at 3 degrees in Saggy, definitely courtrooms and judges. Okay, let me see where the Mars is. Okay, so you just had Mars conjunct there. All right. So Mercury has not cleared its shadow zone. I have to talk about that for you in your chart because whatever this is that you hear on Wednesday, this means this is just like step 1, right? Like this is more ongoing because the Mercury's got to go all the way back, to 20, and then she's got to go forward, and it goes over your natal Mercury. So whether you're given another date to continue something, I don't know what your lawyer is going to say and what kind of information that would be, but I know this is over injuries, right? Wounds and trauma, Scorpio energy. So I love that it's in your 10th house, but the only thing about 10th house energy is it can be very slow. It doesn't, it's not real fast energy. It forces us to take stuff one step at a time and by piecemeal, and there's no shortcuts with it. So whatever you find out on Tuesday, I know your Mercury's in Saggy, which does talk about I want justice. And so hopefully that's what you'll be hearing about, that you'll be getting some justice. But because it's a retrograde, it looks like, Anytime there's a retrograde, you just gotta know that the information may change, or at least a continuation. We have to set another court date, or yeah, especially if you're going up against a big company and delays. So I do see here, though, at this time, on this day, this Mars will actually be in a quincunx with Saturn, which is the rules, the order, and the restrictions. So this will be on your fourth house cusp line. So there is a surprise, or at least it suggests there's a surprise, because your Saturn's at 11 degrees, and this Mars will also be at 11 degrees. And normally this energy is a little bit on the uncomfortable side, but because it's Mars trying to take action and it meets up with your Saturn's, it's delay and slow down type of energy. So other than the Mercury up in the sky doing a retrograde, we also see another delay in another way with this Mars here. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, it's probably going to, you're going to have to wait until 2026, it looks like, before you see maybe some forward movement. And I think I mentioned this before. You're going to have to wait till Pluto touches your Neptune for sure, because you got Neptune at 2 degrees there. So and then when Pluto gets to your south node. And so, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of time. This looks like delays and slowdowns and restrictions because of the Saturn. And of course, it's all happening in the 10th house, which is also Saturn. So, yeah, I wish I could give you more specific information other than that. But here's the thing, even Pandora's box on this day is at 11 degrees. Yeah, this is all this interesting new moon energy. Now, I've looked at the Jupiter, because Jupiter's your greater benefic, but Jupiter, it can bring something beneficial. It's pulling away from your planets, though, and it's a retrograde. So it's the same as the Mercury stuff. Because it's a retrograde, there's just more that has to be done, and likely more courtroom time, because it's a Jupiter retrograde. So whatever happens on that day, it just, time is going to be the thing. Absolutely. Yes, more time. Okay. That's what I figured. So just be prepared, though, for things that are disruptions. Like that's also that 11 degrees, because Pandora and Mars and your own Saturn are at the disruptive degree. What I will say, though, is it does create a finger of God for you, actually. Yeah. That creates a finger of God in your chart. So, you have no choice but to kind of go with the flow, but at the same time, there might be a possibility for some sort of, I don't know, divine intervention, possibly because of these disruptions, because of this 11 degrees. I'm just hoping that it's for your benefit and not somebody else's. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely. Okay, so let me get moving on here. Let's get this going. We've got, I'm just trying to see where I'm at. Up next is, we just did Abatha. So after Abatha, I think is Sinister Days. Is Sinister Days still here? Because poor Stacy, she probably had to bail. I mean, not being able to see charts. I know she likes the astrology. So for her, well, hopefully, Stacy, if you're here, hopefully you went to the channel and picked the vertical link. I'm sorry, the horizontal link, because then you could see the charts for anybody that missed that explanation earlier. So Sinister Days, are you here? Because you were next in line after Sinister Days, I believe. I could be wrong. Looks like it's Steffi G. Hey, Steffi, thank you. Thank you so much for the channel gift, Steffi. I am very grateful. Thank you. Very generous. So yes, Sinister Days, then Steffi G. When I call your name, if you're not here, if you don't answer in the chat and say, hey, G, yeah, I'm here, then I go to the next person. That's how this goes. We got to keep rolling. There's people in the chat. After that, it's going to be Frank, because Frank is next in line, at least according to my crazy eyeballs at this moment. And then Lou S. If Lou S is here, thank you, Lou S. Lou S chimed in and said, we hear you. Awesome. Thank you. Not the full screen. Yep. Hopefully people didn't give up and they went back to the channel page, the Allastrology main channel page on YouTube, and select its dual format. There's a vertical and there's a horizontal. Pick the horizontal format. I'm so sorry I didn't give you guys a head up. I didn't. Yeah, it's an experiment. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. I thought I needed feedback from you guys to know. Okay. So, okay, then it would be Jess. Yeah, we're just going through the chat. It's first come, first serve. How you show up in the chat, that tells us where you are in the queue. Your spot in the chat is your spot in the queue. Sinister Days is here. I see you, Sinister Days. I see you. Oh, Lou S said I'm passing. Okay. Yeah. Go to the channel page. I just found out. We can thank teamwork. Teamwork is the one. Go to the other one. I don't know what I get shown. I'm assuming I get shown both of them. I have no idea. Actually, yeah, according to this, I'm sorry. I should have. There are chats that are vertical. I can see they have the vertical. And then there are chats that are horizontal. So apparently I can see both. Holy crap. Who knew? This will be interesting. All right. So let's get Sinister Days up here. Remember, these are speed readings. Unless you gift the channel, then I spend more time on your chart. You give to the channel, I give back to you. Let's get Sinister Days. Sinister Days, is there something in particular, or should I just tell you what pumps out at me? There it is. I got you. Let's get you on the screen. Let's get this up. Let's get this on the screen. Oh, I can't remember which one's the good one. Oops, I might have to change it again. Hold on. I don't know. Okay. So here's your chart, Sinister Days. What am I looking at? Tell me what pops out. I can do that. All right. So let's see here. Okay, your nodes popped out. Okay, your north node. Oh, no wonder, at 11 degrees. Okay. Yeah, you got your nodes at 11. All right, so. Oh, okay. Oh. All right, let me get this on here real quick. So there's going to be. Yeah. So when the north node up in the sky touches 11 degrees in your Virgo energy, in your 5th house of children, fun, joy, creativity, romance, right? How do we have fun with our body? How do we create? It includes this includes literally making babies. It also includes making my own creations from my hands. This includes recreation, being very physically active. So the Virgo energy here is very unconventional, but there's like a rebirth. You're going to have the South Node connecting on your Isis energy. Wherever Isis is in our chart, she brings something back to life. This is ancient Egyptian energy, feminine goddess energy. She brings something back to life. It's different. It's unique. It is independent energy with your Virgo stuff. So it's holistic, very much kind of health based, but being very practical, right? Just doing things that don't cost money. I mean, you can if you want, but it's Virgo. So it says, I can use what I have around me. You follow? 11 degrees, of course, is also astrology. And the future, we think of Aquarius energy. And so that's what connects with your south node up there at 11 degrees in Aquarius, which is your goals and your future and your work. Yeah, your long-term financial stability and what you do for your career, something you've been working at by piecemeal. So there will be a nudge from the south node to your south node, which is your superpower. And your superpower in Aquarius energy, oh Lord, you're the boss of your own being. You are the boss, right? You're real familiar with being unique and unconventional and different, a bit of a rebellious type of energy too. So many times this energy can feel like it is experiencing loneliness. So there are times where we have to find our own creative voice or our own creative form of expression within our group energy. Because yours is professional in that 10th house, um, ultimately is to look out for humanity, to give generously to the world, to be part of the bigger picture while standing outside of it, or at least here's the big picture, but yet I stand out, like everybody's wearing blue, I'm wearing red type of thing. But it's altruistic energy. And it does it in a very unconventional way. It's quite unique energy. And this is the energy that this is science, this is technology, of course, but it is also super unique and authentic energy, really authentic energy. So this is one of your superpowers. This means you kind of have history with this. It does scream boss energy because bosses are leaders and they can tend to be solo in a way, right? Because you can't be a boss and a friend at the job. And so there will be like an activation. And so maybe, yeah, you'll be changing something, you'll be releasing something, you'll be letting go some of the old routine habits, maybe something at the work, maybe something at the job, but maybe something that was fun, something that you used to do. But you're like, okay, this doesn't really serve me anymore. I don't need this, whatever that is, Um, and it could be friends. That could be kind of part of it, especially if you have professional friends. So to give you just real quickly the timeline on this for you, you're going to get activated. You'll start feeling this. Yeah, this is going to be the end of November going into December. End of November going into December, because folks, the nodes start going really fast now. They start moving pretty fast. So yeah, you're talking like December 7th, this activation is beginning, where we make a subconscious choice to release. And so it just might be, habits at the job, work routines, part of domestic life where you're just kind of like, I need more of me time possibly, maybe separation from friends. But there is definitely a professional connection. Sometimes people lose a boss, lose an authority figure at the job. Sometimes that happens. And if we are the authority figure, maybe we go to a different department. Sometimes that can happen as well. Yep. You are welcome. All right. So did everybody find the layout that they like? This live stream has two layouts. It's got a vertical and it's got a horizontal. You go to the Allastrology's main YouTube channel page and you can choose. You can choose. Who knew? I didn't. Holy shit, you can choose. All right, so after Sinister Days, I'm trying to move along here. Let's keep it rolling. Sinister Days, okay. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Steffi G, I think you're next. Does that make sense? Steffi G is up next. I might even have skipped over her already. Christy's watching both, it looks like. All right. Are you here, Steffi G? Yep, she's in the studio. All right, let's get her up here.
Yes,
Hello,
yes.
hello,
Can you hear
hello.
me?
I hear you. How are you?
Oh, hey, how are you?
I am good, I think.
Good, good, good.
How's it going over there?
Well, I had 2 weeks off,
And so
and
you
I'm
got to
not.
return to work now?
Tomorrow's my first day. Isn't that weird on a Sunday?
It is weird. But it's not,
Yeah,
but it's not in that other place that was quite dangerous.
yeah, yeah.
That's
So
good.
it's the hospital I want to work at, so I'm really excited and anxious.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So you're not going to be around the old coworkers, that means as well then?
No. Well, what
Okay.
do you mean by old coworkers?
There was just things before you went to the most recent location that you were working in the insane asylum. there were coworkers that you were.
Oh, yeah, like volunteer. The woman I have volunteer.
So you won't
She
be
won't.
around these folks, is what I'm saying at this new one.
Well, I still will, but it won't be nearly as much. I'll be on um, the main unit that I'm working on mostly.
Okay, that's good.
So I'll still, it
You'll
won't
still
be
see them, but just not as much.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, you
We're
just need
on
the
the
little distance and
upswing.
balance.
Right, we're on the upswing, but it's still, it's complicated. Yeah.
Oh, I know. That's why I was just trying to make sure that, like, yeah, we're
Yeah,
keeping all our P's and
I
Q's in
can't
order.
believe, I can't believe you remember all this. Wow.
Holy shit! Yeah, there was a lot going on. It was
I
it was
know.
complex. Yeah,
It's
and
even
when you
more
read it in someone's chart, at least for me, I'm not going to say I live it with them. I don't, but I feel it with them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's pretty
And it
amazing.
impresses it on me really strongly in that way. And I think that's why, yeah, I remember it.
Right.
I've kind of
Plus,
become a part of it. I have a lot of strong Pisces energy.
right. But you're also a very good listener, so thank you.
Well, you're welcome. So are we looking at the anxiety of this all? You have,
I don't
well,
know. Here's my big question to
yeah,
you,
what's
and
your big question?
I should know this, right?
No,
But
because it's your own chart and it's hard when you're going through it and reading your own chart.
yeah, it's the simplest thing, right?
No,
So
not when you're the one going through it. It's not simple.
it's Mercury retrograde.
Oh, well, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
that's a
feel
problem.
like I'm starting this job.
Oh, I see what
Not
you're saying.
not totally. No, I didn't start it. Like I didn't start the
No, but
process during Mercury retrograde, but I'm starting tomorrow, right in
yeah,
the heart of Mercury retrograde.
you
So
are. But you made the decision before Mercury entered the shadow zone, even. Like you've been knowing for a while that this shit had to end.
right, and it's the
That's the
same
difference.
thing.
Because
It's the
Mercury's
same
about
thing.
choices. And you didn't
It's
just
just
make this choice suddenly.
right, and it's still the same corporation. So
Yeah. That's the only thing. So remember, Mercury can be coworkers, okay?
oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
important.
yeah, of course. Yes.
So that's the trick with the Mercury retrograde is the coworker stuff.
I
Not
really don't need
necessarily,
to car.
yeah, because
I
if you
just
look
want to
in your
get
chart,
along.
I know. If you look in your chart, it's the Mercury going through the 11th house of my friends.
Right.
Right. Okay. So that's going to be the thing. What's more important, right? It's great to have friends, but if you have a calling to work in this field, then that's the most important thing for you.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, with the objects you have and the degrees that they're at, it's that Pisces degree, the institutional energy. So it's in some form or fashion of a healing institution. And you really just kind of, it seems like you definitely gravitate towards it.
Right. Compassion is my passion. What can I say?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that was your only concern? That was pretty much like the Mercury
have
retrograde and how that was gonna.
no. I don't know. Yeah. I don't. There's so much going on
Mm-hmm.
um, that I'm just hoping it kind of works out. I know
Well,
that.
here's the thing. I'm looking at your North Node right now, the 24 degrees North Node in Libra, and here's something it's just what I'm being like told to do. So I'm going to read this to you because it talks about, because your North Node is what your superpower, what you're doing, and the compassion stuff. That's what you're comfortable with. It's your North Node is where it gets a little funny. Because for all of us, it's that way. It's less like, oh God, how do I actually accomplish this? Or maybe you feel like you've already accomplished it. But this is what it says. The North Node in their Libra, you're here to discover the beauty of collection and collaboration and mutual understanding. Okay. So it talks about the souls, taking a step into a life that values balance, fairness, harmony, and the art of relating. Now, I know you like those things, but it's the balance and the harmony part, right? And you're to be included in the balance and harmony. You're being guided to build bridges, not to just blaze the trails. So, this doesn't mean that you're giving up your strength or your independence. It means that you're learning how to share your strength and your independence. Okay. So, the balance part is going to be really the most important aspect here, which is you have primary commitments, right? When we think Libra energy, I have primary commitments and then I have the secondary commitments. And it's keeping those two very crystal clear in your mind, right?
Okay.
You said, okay. You got what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Okay. Okay. And I don't know if that helps you with the anxiety at all. I don't know if that helps, because there's like a whole paragraph here that they have. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm not reading this. I mean, it's actually 5 paragraphs. I'm like, oh my God. I had to click on this and it's 5 I've never seen anything 5 paragraphs long in this software ever. So maybe
Oh,
I'll
wow.
send this to you. You want me to do that?
Okay.
Maybe I'll
So,
email what they have here to you.
so what okay, with my chart screams to me, and maybe it does for everybody, but especially my chart,
Mm-hmm.
even more so than the average person I look at, that I'm supposed to figure out how to do relationships in this life
Mm-hmm.
more than most anything. Because my plutonic kite just points in that Libran direction. I had this fiery start,
Mm-hmm.
and um,
But it's also in the
just
house of Jupiter, okay?
okay, yes,
Right. And so what does Jupiter do? It expands upon something. It makes it
okay,
bigger, possibly exaggerated even. It can impress upon us that, that it's super important, but still, the rule still goes primary relationships, secondary relationships, right? And the commitment levels are different within those. And so it's just understanding, where those lie. It doesn't mean we're having multiple primary relationships. You follow? It doesn't
I
mean that.
okay. Okay, so I'm supposed to go from me to we,
Yep.
and
But it's just about balance and harmony, you know. And how about this? I'm going to explain it like this. You're the diplomat, okay? Think about it like that. You're the diplomat. Does that help?
I'm supposed to become one
Yes.
anyway, right? And
Yes.
so it's weird because I've always felt like I've been considerate to others, but then being such an Aries and then having the beginning of my life, I've been, with all the energy, especially down at the bottom half of the chart,
Yeah.
I've been forced to be so introspective instead of having intrapersonal relations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always focused on the personal relationship with myself.
Right.
I think I'm being considerate and keeping everyone else in mind all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but
It's
perhaps
about
not.
balance, though. It's about balance. At the end of the day, it's about balance.
Right.
And that
Okay.
includes you within that balance.
Oh yeah, because I'm terribly codependent. No. No. But well, trying not to be anymore. But yes, I am very much yeah, so I'm going from me first to we first. But then I have this tendency to put others before myself.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Hence that lovely Mars Pisces.
It's a lot of, you have a lot of Pisces degrees in your chart too. You got a lot of stuff in Pisces. And so that your nodes even are the Pisces degree. You follow?
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about that degree thing. I haven't learned all that
That's
part
okay.
yet.
That's okay. I've been testing it for months and months, and I do it with everybody's chart that I look at, and everybody confirms whatever I read to them from it. And it's like, holy shit, this shit's spot on. So
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause
even your node is at the Pisces degree. So there will be a tendency to want to sacrifice.
yes, and
Yes.
and yeah, and plus go deep on everything, even if it's I complicate things more than I have to. So yeah.
Oh, that's one of the Libra cruxes, is having to make a choice, having to choose, you know, and wanting to be right in the middle. And it's really gets knocked out of whack when it comes to a mixture of Pisces energy, of sacrifice, you know, of surrender, of yeah, I'm last, I'm not important type of stuff, right? But it's within reason. It's within reason. You follow?
Right. I think there's been such I think because the beginning of my life was so off balanced and so
Yes.
off.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like
a big part of it is just learning how to calibrate it all, how to find balance with it all, with the extremes.
right in my scales up there are still moving, tipping, and not stable yet. Yeah.
And what makes it challenging when people have the Pluto in the Libra energy too is that all these significant one-on-one relationships you come across, which it's going to be a lot in the 9th house, by the way, right? But these are people where there's these deep soul connections to them.
Yeah.
So you just have to understand what your own boundaries are for your primary relationships in your life, your primary commitments. You hold true to them, but you can still have other important relationships, but they're not primary. You follow? They go to the secondary.
Right.
So it's just kind of being able to see that more clearly and following through on those things.
Got it. So, what do you make of this Venus Uranus conjunction?
Oh, well, this makes sense. This is new money
I'm like,
tomorrow. Yeah, bam.
new money. Okay.
Yeah, new
Okay.
values, like something new and exciting. Of course, it can be friends too, and because it's Uranus, and it can be new desires, it can be that too, but it's there right now, and it's actually already past your Uranus. This Venus is at 11:34. Your Uranus is at 11:05. So technically, it's already pulling away.
Okay, so I wasn't calculating. Okay, when I calculated the money, doesn't seem like it will be that much more, other than I'll be working more hours.
Mm-hmm. But it's a change
But
for sure.
right, but my healthcare my premium is changing, so it'll be going up.
Oh,
So
I'm sure it is.
wasn't
Let's
I
not
wasn't thinking.
even get into that.
Yeah, so it'll get better, like
Oh,
the
that's good. I'm glad to
coverage,
hear
but
that. Congratulations.
the
The rest of
coverage
us
at
can't
least.
say the same, but but
So
anyway.
yeah, I know. But see, honestly, that's the main reason why,
Yeah,
I'm
but you've
toughing
made the
it out
change.
to see. Yeah, I'm not just working anywhere. I'm trying
Mhm.
to have healthcare because my husband has his own healthcare, and then
Mhm.
I can't. This, even though he has his health issues that are starting, I can't be a burden to him at the same
Mhm.
time. So
Mhm.
anyway, I don't mean to go on that, but
Well, tomorrow, I don't know if you're working the evening shift again or whatever, but by tomorrow, Venus is already at 12 degrees.
okay. So it wouldn't
Yeah.
be like major surprises though, because I have this quincunx right to the Jupiter Uranus across from that.
Mhm.
So, Uranus retrograded. It's retrograding to my Jupiter down there again.
Mhm.
So that kind of, yeah, I would like to
Well,
say
you
good
see the house it's
surprises.
in, right?
Yeah, the 5th.
Yeah. So Jupiter represents your beliefs. It is freedoms, but beliefs is a big part of this. And that's part of the struggle. Is the beliefs in my values, our values. It's just the beliefs about anything with desires because it's Taurus energy. Anything that feels comfortable, but fun, romance, children, creativity, like this is all that fifth house stuff. So the Uranus energy, going back to the Jupiter, this is just a time for you to, you're going to have to just know before you go what you're getting into by seeing it right here and understanding, where your boundaries lie. And you have to establish those boundaries verbally.
Right. And another thing that got it, I'm still not sure how to do that yet, but I've got to fit. That's one for me to figure out. So
Mhm.
this Mercury Mars conjunction,
Mhm.
they're hanging in the 11th, 12th. Yeah, that's concerning to start off.
You're saying the
Job.
Mercury Mars conjunction in Saggy?
Yeah.
Well, they're separating. Mercury's retrograding backwards, Mars is going forward. They're 7 degrees apart tomorrow.
Okay, so you don't consider that as much of a conjunction then?
They're walking away from each other, is the way I would describe it. Yes, they're 7 degrees, but it'd be different if they were both closer to your Juno. That would be different. But Mars is walking away,
Mhm.
Well, Mars is in Saggy. Mars is kind of flying away, actually. And the very next day, Mercury will be at 1. Then Mercury's getting closer to your Juno, but Mars is, again, going in the other direction. Mars is not going to retrograde here. Okay.
So I'm probably catastrophizing, and I just need to
No,
just
but just in your mind, even if that was the case, you're the one that has to make a decision then. If you haven't still figured that all out in your own brain, then you might want to maybe spend tonight and before you have to go to work figuring those things out for yourself. You
No,
don't want to try to figure them out once you're in the thick of things.
I think what my issue is that it's it's like oh, this too good to be true. So I did pay my dues, so that's not a thing, but I finally on the right track. But then I'm thinking like, oh well, yes, but I have my husband is not well. Then I think, well, can I handle this? Can I hold it all together? And then everybody there says, oh no, don't worry, Steph, you got this, you got this. And then there was just a couple of people who were like, oh, are you sure you can do all this? And I'm like, wow. So yeah, I started doubting myself.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we all go through that. It's you know, you never know until you try. You just got to get in there and try and see what happens. And if things aren't working out, then you can make a change, if you have to.
Right, it's just a damn job at the end of the day.
This is true. And if it's going to cause you problems that you feel like, that you can't handle, well, then okay, this is a situation I need to remove myself from.
Right, when I look at the astrology over these months, and especially going forward, everything points out to success, probably, but a lot of hard work. But
Sure.
I'm not worried about that so much. I think what I'm worried about is like there's so many jobs that I've had. You see my Uranus there in the 10th, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to have a little bit of stability for once in my life.
Well,
Even if
the key word is disruptions, right? I mean, that's, and it's even at the Uranus degree.
right, and I understand. Like I could see myself even changing departments in another year, or doing resource in, or something
Sure.
like that.
Yeah, and that's also boss energy, by the way.
Okay, well,
So if
boss
you don't
energy
change, the
would.
boss can change, or maybe one day you become the boss. Like it's also the
Oh,
boss energy.
okay, I didn't know that. See,
Yeah.
but- okay,
Yep.
so I shouldn't worry. I
Well,
guess
no, because
because
the worrying isn't going to help anything. It's just going to
I
stress you
know.
out. It's a job, like you said, take it one day at a time, but the challenges that lie ahead for you, right? In terms of this job and coworkers and stuff, about those challenges. So understanding them in advance, and yeah,
Right.
you're just
Okay. Yeah. I guess what happened was I had 2 weeks off. Okay, and then my mind started to slow down, and then of course Mercury retrograde made
oh well,
me
yeah,
go over the whole thing in my
yeah,
head like a zillion times, where I was like, well, wait a minute,
right. Well,
maybe I'm gonna
especially in
mess this
Saggy,
up.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's Jupiter, and it's just like
Going
whoosh.
off the deep end. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And
So
with that Mars there.
once Mercury gets back into Scorpio, it will definitely be on its super detective mode, and it will be showing you and us and everybody else some deeper things, definitely, especially because you have Juno there at 29. It'll be
Yeah.
revealing some things that we might not have been aware of. And those things can be beneficial. It can be like, oh, I'm so glad I found that out. Do you know what I'm
Right.
saying? There might be a little bit of that, but it'll be more, Saggy has the ability to focus, and it's also been known to over focus. So the over focusing means like we're just looking at, we're that horse, that racehorse with the blinders up, and all we see is what we're focused on. We've completely lost peripheral vision. Well, when we do that, we're not seeing the big picture, right? Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So just take all that into consideration and just let this play out and see where you come out once Mercury's done and out and beyond 6 degrees of Saggy. And then at that time, see if you want to reassess and make a different choice or something.
Right. Okay.
That's my
Those,
recommendation.
thank you. So those other two that are transiting a 29 Scorpio right now.
Yeah.
The one that looks like the upside down spaceship, and
Yeah.
the
You
other
want to know
one,
the name of that?
I forget
Nemesis.
what that is. Oh yeah, that's right.
Nemesis. So
Okay,
it's like an opponent.
great.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
know.
need.
I know. But again, let's not add to more of this than we need to, because there's already a lot here that you're working with.
Ignore him, right?
Yes, exactly. And and we
Okay,
know
what's
Uranus
the
will be at the opposition of this. Uranus will be sitting there at the 29 at the opposition. So just, whether it's a boss, I mean, it's a
okay?
combination, right? But it's
And that
disruptions.
that other one that's a 29, it looks like a lot
Well,
there.
that says part of a celebrated person. Yeah, it is a lot, and it's a celebrated person.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah.
does that mean then? How's
Yeah,
that
it's like
there?
somebody that society kind of is like, oh yeah, we hold this person up in esteem type of thing, and they're celebrated. Yeah,
So
the lots. There's some old school
my
terms.
nemesis is celebrated.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, who knows what
she
this is?
is.
This,
No,
this
I'm
is
just
all going
kidding.
to be crazy. I mean, it's already crazy, but yeah.
Okay, my Jupiter and Uranus quincunx, and that's gonna blow it up anyway, right? Damn it. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
it's a lot. It's a lot. And technology is probably going to be a big part of it for you. This new location, that this other like there might be some
Oh
tech
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's probably going to be a
Oh,
big part of it.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm a patient care technician, so
Yes. Okay. Well,
yeah.
there you go. So
Okay.
just remember, Mercury is also about learning. Okay.
Right.
So it can be about what you're learning at the job as well.
Okay, cool. I really appreciate it. I think one of the things about learning astrology that can be a downside until really get a really great hold of it
Uh-huh.
is at times like these,
Absolutely.
I could read too much into it, and
For
then
sure.
even things that I'm like, oh, I know what that means, but then I second guess that, oh,
Yes.
that can be positive or negative for me, because
Mhm.
in my life it usually means the negative energies of that playing out. I get all pessimistic, and yeah.
No, I understand. I understand. And especially if you've had, difficulties in the past, or if that's, been like a pattern, then I get it. But the truth is, we just never know until we just go ahead and do it and we see what happens.
Okay, let me let you go. I really appreciate all your time there.
All right.
Thank you.
You are welcome. I do hope it helps, and please let us know.
Great, thank you. Take care.
All right, amiga. You take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. All righty. All right. So who was after Steffi? Anybody know? Let me go look in this chat. Well, yeah. Let me see here. Is it Frank? Are you there, Frank? At least that's what I'm looking at here. Hope this is right. It looks like it's right. Frank, you're up. Yes, I think, Frank, you're next. After Frank, Jess, I don't know if you're here, but after Frank, it looks like it would be Jess. And let me keep scrolling. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:42 already. We end in 15 minutes. So that means Yeah, I'm not going to get to everybody, but I never. Frank, are you there? Oh, yeah. Then there's a Charlie. And let's see. All right, I'm scrolling. Yeah, Frank's here. All right, Frank, what are we checking out for you? Thank you, Lou. I see it. Awesome. Let's see. Man. Oh, there was a video that came up this morning. I forgot to mention it. I also forgot to mention that this is the Starry Night Lives. We do this every Saturday, and the last Saturday of every month, we do the same thing, but we do it privately. It's the private lives. If you want in on the private lives, go down below to the email, send me a message and say, gee, I want to get in. How do I get in? You do have to email me because it is limited spaces available. There are no availabilities for November. November is booked, but you can get in on the last Saturday of December and January and February. Just find whichever month works for you, and just send me a message, send me an email, and I'll give you the other details. All right, I'm in the F's. I'm in the F's. Oh, you know what? I think I have it under. Do I have it under E, Frank? I must. Do I have it under Elliot? You think I would know this by now? No, there it is. E. Frank. Look at that. All right, Frank, what am I checking out here? Exactly. Okay, so let me go check my emails. I haven't even been doing that. I need to do that real quick. Okay, Frank, I see the email. Let me get there. Just wondering. Yeah, definitely. Oh, wait. You sent me one. Oh, I didn't even see the first one. Okay. My bad. Okay. I have been. Okay. And I have been. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Ah. Well, Frank, I think we talked about this. Yeah. We've talked about your abilities as a healer. Granted, we've talked about it in terms of music, right? Yes. And anything Pisces is highly intuitive. Absolutely. All right. So let's take a look, Frank. Let's get your basic chart up here real quick again. Yeah. I read the second one. I just read it, Frank. I got you. Okay. So let me get that up here. I'm just hoping it'll. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let me do that. Let me switch this out. Let me switch this out. Stop screen. We're going to put up a different chart for him real quick. I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I hope that's okay. All right, here we go. So with this chart, I'm trying to find, how can I make this smaller? So I didn't realize you guys, because I know the people who like to see the charts. If I can find a box that I get smaller, is that better? It looks like the chart's bigger. So let's go with that. Should have done that sooner. Okay. Where did that chart go? Here it is. Okay, great. So yeah, Frank, all your Pisces stuff. Now remember, that was one of the first things I told you was anytime somebody has, we all have these healing qualities, right? But people who have their Chiron and Pisces, yeah, they're like the ultimate healers. They are. So having this healing energy here is in your second house. So I like that for you, actually. So whether you're using music or whether you're, whatever your other modalities are, right? You've got it there at 14 degrees. And by the way, that is the money degree. Yep. The other thing too is you've got like this strong energy in your 8th house. And 8th house energy is also healing energy. It's healing that's deep stuff from the past. Right? The traumas, the wounds. You have Pluto and Uranus conjunct. So having Pluto, even though it's in Virgo, although I like Pluto in Virgo, but it's also Pluto in its 8th house. Right. So the ability to change and to transform the wounds of the past. And Virgo can be my job. Whether it's wounds about your own job, right? But doing this on a regular basis, on a daily basis, part of my daily routines type of energy, something unconventional and different, you see? So if you have found something that other people are finding helpful and you're like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing for me, don't hesitate. Explore, experiment. As long as you're doing good, there's no limit. You shouldn't be doing that. No, just explore it and find out and see for yourself. So whether it includes music or whether it doesn't, whatever, like I said, your healing modality is, and Virgo is very alternative health things. It's, it's its own, very alternative. So it's very, holistic stuff. There's a lot of different ways, right? Whether it's people using homeopathies or Reiki, doing massage therapy, doing spiritual healing, like hands-on, but yet just the energy flowing through them into somebody else, like we're not actually touching type of stuff. Like there's quite a few different ways. I know people who would do psychic surgery. I never really liked that term or that name. But yeah, and this would be that too for you as well, Frank, because you've got Mars here, by the way, and it's at the Pisces degree. Yeah. Believe it or not. Yeah. So psychic surgery, I'm glad that came in. I haven't said that in a long ass time, but there you go. You got it. So I would definitely look into that. Not to mention, what has he got at his midheaven? How many times, Frank? I know we've talked about it. Yeah. Can change the wounds, change the past, transform energy. This is healing energy. And look, if that's at 18, your Neptune's right there at 19. So using music or whatever, right? In whatever way you create, because I imagine you got to be creative in a whole lot of ways. I don't think it's just that, but this is a conjunct your midheaven. This is like within institutional type of energy, but this also speaks to, I've done it before, like for a career, like there's history with this in a healing institution. Okay. So I like this for you, and the whole money and values and you rethinking the future and the Mercury retrograde. It's not going to go over any of your stuff, but what is going to happen is once Mercury's done retrograding, it's going to visit your values. and your money and your reassessment of how you make money and what and who you value and your philosophy on life, your thoughts and your beliefs about the future, and including your values, because these two are together. Like, is this in the, yeah, it's in your 11th house of group energy and friends. And ooh, so whatever you're doing with friends and in your group fashion, in terms of relating and talking and networking, Jupiter's part of it too. Ancient ruler of Pisces energy. But this is unconventional kind of stuff, very unique. And whenever we have like a lot of Aquarius and Uranus energy, which is what number 11 is, there's something really unique and original that we're using, that we're expressing, that we're utilizing. It's not just astrology. I mean, yes, it's astrology, but it's not just astrology. There's something very authentic there. Okay. So over time, as you do more of what it is that you've been doing, you'll kind of, you'll evolve and you'll create your own thing, because that is who you are. It's all over your chart. We've talked about it. Number 11 is a big deal in your chart. Aquarius and Uranus energy stand out so much. Between that and Pisces, there's a lot of it. A ton. Your nodes are at the 23 degrees, and that is Aquarius energy as well. So I would say that working within groups, and some people have told me, and I know I've shared this before, and I've never been a part of what I'm about to share that I've probably already shared before, but they would actually go and see people. I forget their names. This was like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, whatever, where they would be, you buy tickets to like go to like a conference, but it's not really like a conference. It's more of like a, I don't want to call it a performance, but basically they're going to see one person, like a speaker, but the speaker performs group healings, meaning the speaker's on the stage and all the speaker does is look at the crowd. And there's something that happens that's, I've never been, so I can't speak to any of this, like if it's a real thing or whatever. But I know people who have been a part of it, and they would never miss an opportunity to go see this person or to see these similar people who do this kind of work, these group healings and stuff. So it's different, right? And it also makes people wonder, like, okay, like, is that possible? Is that a real thing? Yeah, I don't know. But you do have group energy big time in your chart. And it would just be a matter of you trying to, you don't know till you try it kind of energy. The thing too is you got that solo energy, that independent energy comes forward again with the Saturn at 1 degrees. I take it's me, myself, and I, right? Work in healing, right? Saturn, but Saturn takes us, Saturn doesn't release its recognition early. It rules time and it forces us to put in the time. And I think I love it, actually. Saturn, ancient ruler of Aquarius, so ancient ruler of astrology, right? There's no shortcut. Sure, some people can be intuitively connected when it comes to the astrology, where they just feel like they know the stuff, or perhaps they did astrology in other lifetimes, other timelines, whatever. They got the soul knowledge there. But there's still some learning, right? There's still some tweaking. There's still some, it doesn't just happen like overnight because it's so complex. Even when we think we know everything, the shit's always evolving. Astrology definitely is evolutionary. I mean, that's the system it's built on. Change is constant. So we never really know everything. But yeah, Pisces energy, working intuitive abilities. That's Pisces. It's not just all the instruments. This is the intuitions. And yeah, eighth house is pretty psychic energy, can be highly intuitive. Yeah, I would say that if you have an opportunity to continue what this new kind of work you've been doing, definitely keep doing it. I would say to definitely keep doing it. Yeah, the 11, what's up with 11? It's the Aquarius degree. It's Aquarius and Uranus, right? But it's also the Saturn degree then too, in a way, isn't it? Kind of. I mean, then I'm combining things, but hey, we can do that here. Because look what Frank has in Cancer. Humea, or I'm sorry, Hygeia, the other H. Hygeia at 11 with the public, working with the public, 6th house. It's Hygeia. You know what Hygeia means? It talks about the health of emotions, because it's in Cancer, the health of my family, the health of my mother. It's the health of whatever sign it's in. But when you see that sign, it talks about the health of a thing or someone. What's the status? What's the health report card? You've got it at 11 degrees. So friends, possibly. Yep. Group energy, technology, maybe combining all three together. Yeah. 11 is also, of course, live streaming for sure. But yeah, you've got like the streaming and the live streaming and technology all over your damn chart, all over the place. And that's work. But again, it's Cancer. Cancer's highly empathic. So when you talk about doing some holistic stuff, 6th house, with people, with friends, whoever, right? Whoever you have an opportunity to work with, there's going to be some highly empathic information that comes through. Cancer, energetic, emotional sponge in a way, right? It has to be, my only concern would be just making sure that, you set your own boundaries for yourself. I mean, really, establish your boundaries. But, if you look over here, this 29 degrees, because we know Neptune is over there at 29 in Pisces right now, right? Yeah, and it's going to stay there. So the Neptune is opening up and releasing some gifts for you. That's what's happening. We got Neptune sitting right here for you. And so it's a nice trine to your descendant. And it sends a nice sextile to your ascendant. Yeah. So with that comes the beautiful intuitive abilities that you're experiencing, and that you will, I believe you will continue to experience. I don't think it just goes away because Neptune will leave. I don't think that's going to happen for you, because I think you just have a lot of underlying highly intuitive stuff in your chart in general, Frank. I mean, where do you think the music comes from that you create? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we intuit, the information comes through. Yeah, the setting of the boundaries can be, yeah. Yeah, and that would be a big part of working with people. If you haven't done it in that way before. It's just learning how to do it in a way that's healthy for you too, that's balanced and healthy. Makes sense? Yeah, so Hygeia, I mean, I closed my software and I kind of like just threw it. I was like, what the hell? The thing about the Hygeia is you're going to have a Hygeia return. Because right now up in the sky, Hygeia is in the sign of Cancer, but it's at 6 degrees. And so to me, I'm just going to show this really quickly for you so you can see this. on this other chart. I'm going to go back to the original chart, which is kind of funny. But I think this is important to see it, especially since, you understand the astrology. Let me show this to you here on this chart now. So on your chart tonight, right now, let me see. Actually, do I have this on right now, or do I have this on? Yeah, let me get it to today. So here we have, you see Hygeia? She's at 6. She's in red there. And Hygeia, the software's moving slow. It's spelled Hygeia. And it might not even be pronounced Hygeia. That's just the way I pronounce it. Hy, Y as in yes, G as in G, EIA. That's Hygeia. And she's at 6 degrees. And what does Frank have at 5 degrees in a retrograde? Isis at 5 degrees. So this Hygeia is conjunct your Isis right now. And remember earlier what I was talking about Isis is that she helps to, it can bring about like a bringing something or someone back to life kind of energy. Yes. So it has to do with the past. But when you talk about feminine energy and nurturing qualities and tribal energy and the history and water and the emotions and the soul energy, yeah, it's really strong in Cancer. So the empathic abilities come through strong, really strong. And so you have Hygeia there. And once this Hygeia is done retrograding, you're going to have a Hygeia return. Your Hygeia is at 11. You see? So I just wanted you to see how significant this is. And look what's at 12 degrees in Cancer in Frank's chart, you guys. I couldn't make this shit up. It's Isis, the transiting Isis up in the sky, which explains the activation that's happening for him, right? Because he's got Hygeia and Isis both in Cancer. And right now, they're in Cancer energy. So he's having a Hygeia return and an Isis return. You see, and they already went over, but now they're retrograding back over. So there were probably some hints about it before, but it becomes more pronounced when they back over it again, right? It's like you get another review, another look at it, another experience at it. You go back and you get to have another look, right? And it's like, oh wow, okay, so this wasn't just like a one-off. This wasn't just like some quirky thing that just happened right then. This was something in my chart that's been activated. It's new for me. It just hadn't been activated. It was like a box in the closet that had been sitting there with this beautiful gift. And one day, you opened the door and you saw it and you pulled it out, or somebody else pulled it out and you guys opened it and it was like, holy shit, Frank, you got this. Look at this. This is here. So this is what this is for you. This is wonderful. I love this. And so there might be some, I'm guessing, I'm not really guessing, because it's 11 degrees, some more unique stuff for you to discover about how you will go about doing that. Okay. Because everything about you is about, I do it, but I do it my own way. Like that's totally you. Authenticity is the commodity for 2026 for everybody, regardless of what your line of work is. Whatever your gift is, whoever you are, whether you're in the chat tonight, whether you feel like you have a gift or you don't, just take forward that into 2026 for everybody, okay? There's something unique about you. There's some sort of a unique, quirky thing that makes you you. That is where the money is going to be. It is however different you are, your uniqueness. Don't follow somebody else. Just let that divine, unique, authentic energy flow out of you. Yes, it takes time and troubleshooting and practice and, perfecting our craft. It takes all of that. It's not a quick thing, but you got to be confident in it. you got to be confident in it. So, Frank, I have no doubt you will be confident in it. This was just a general message for everybody. 2026, 2026, like there's just, this is not going to be a 2026. No, this is the next couple of years type of thing that we're going to be looking at, where we'll be experiencing it for all of us. Oh, well, that's wonderful, Frank. That's great. Very centered through all of this. Awesome. That is awesome. I am really glad to hear that. That's great. So, yeah. Okay. So he said, wow. Okay. So hopefully you see all the stuff in your chart where it's like, yeah. See, that's so funny because, Frank, the first time your chart came up, like your Chiron and Pisces like jumped out, right? And for you, because what you were doing was doing the music, right? And you were like, well, yeah, people probably, yeah, get some healing through the music for sure. Well, guess what? Looks like there's some other avenues, right? There's some other things. There's some other beautiful, gifts that you have that you're discovering. Oh, that is wonderful. Wow. That's awesome. Not many of us can say that. Yeah. I can't imagine. Yeah. Seriously. I feel the most centered and calm that I have in a long time. Wow. Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, that's a big part of it too. I would think that's a good point, Steffi. The Saturn and the Pisces, because in his chart, like his own Saturn is in Pisces. And so having a Saturn retrograding through Pisces, Saturn, I'm always saying this, as a Saturn retrograding in Pisces, it sobers us up. So what happens is it does create some stability within all the Pisces kind of, let's just go with the flow kind of stuff. It can kind of plant our feet down in the water bed type of thing, like plant our feet into the bottom of the ocean where we're not just kind of going wherever the current takes us type of thing. And for some folks get clean off of this energy, like they sober up, literally sober up. So, because it's serious energy, you know, it kind of feels like, okay, now I have like a mission, even more than a mission. I have something that's just a little bit, I don't know, it's just more serious kind of work, you know, but it gives structure to the healing for sure. So I'm glad. Thank you for sharing this with us, Frank. This is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I mean, when I think about moving into the future in 2026 and what could be and what will be, the alternative stuff and different, right, is just like at the top. It's just at the top, meaning it rules. It's like a theme for that, you know, for 2026, and it's probably 2027 too. But you know, so it's like we're supposed to be changing, and that's just it. People, I think, will be embracing change and different and unique for sure. So I'm all for it. And I say, let's all support each other because holy shit, that's what this is about. Creating this awesome community and just saying, let's explore. Let's explore to see what this is going to bring us all. Wow, the more I explore the other modalities, the more calm I feel. Isn't that wild? You would think that a person who's making music would just be ultimately the calm, right? But that's beautiful that the more you explore, the more calm you feel. That's wonderful. I'm loving that. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've had people, yeah. I mean, I can't say about me because I don't partake, but I've had other people tell me that, oh, yeah, that this has definitely helped them to sober up for sure. Frank said, people tend to find me intimidating, even though I am a sweetheart. Says you. Says you. I mean that in the best way. uh, yeah, you are welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, yes, absolutely. And thank you for sharing, like literally, what you're going through, and because, wow, man, seeing your chart, it just makes more sense. I don't know if I think I have that. Do you ever have the first reading I gave you when you first came here the first time? I would kind of want to go back and rewatch that just for the hell of it. Yeah. Yep. All right. You are welcome. You are welcome. All right, everybody. We are out of here. We're done. We made it to the 11 o'clock. It's my new witching hour. And hopefully over time, I can get this live streams to start even a little bit earlier. That would be more ideal for me, actually. I feel like I'm always operating on a, I don't know, not on 8 cylinders, but 7. My days start early. So with that, we're gonna end it, guys. Everybody have a good week, and everybody, yep, stay safe. Yeah, what interesting times we're living in. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, everybody, have a great night. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.